Alright. Gonna... Alright. Lovely, wonderful. Now. Okay. Hello. It's been a while. It truly has been a while, and I am, as usual, bad at not laughing. I am purple now. I'm purple now. That's a new development. That's a development that happened like 2 hours ago. It's been a while, at least since you've, seen my face. My upload schedule has been more on point than it ever has before, but you didn't get to see this lovely face. And now I'm purple, and we're back. Hello. Yes. Okay. So, I started, releasing the first few pages of my comic the other day. I hope you're reading that. I'm going to be updating a few pages every 2 weeks, and I've got like the whole first issue done already. I just need to upload it, so y'all look forward to that. Go over to somethingaboutlemmonscomic.tumblr.com. Check it out, right? But basically, I'm currently doing pre-production for chapter 3, so semi-spoilers, but not about the story. Generally, just like some of the characters, because we're going to do some character design today, and I had people request that instead of time lapses, or like in addition to that, that I should do voiceover over the time lapses and go into my process or whatever. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. So I decided that I'm gonna just make a video of going through my process of how I design characters, because I need to design some characters for this chapter anyway that I'd forgotten about before, or that I hadn't written in before, and then I decided needed to be there. So, and I'm gonna redesign a character as well, so yes, we're gonna design some characters today, and I will walk you guys through my process for doing that. And yes, I haven't been on camera for like months, so excuse this, please. I've got my... I made some mood boards for these already. You might have seen some of my other mood boards in the time lapses you have seen before. If you haven't watched any of the time lapses, you can find them potentially linked in the description or in the suggested videos or something. Like, they're the most recent videos before this one, so check those out. But basically, I make mood boards for kind of like what I want the character to look like, what I want their fashion to be like, kind of reference for certain hairstyles or face structures or whatever I need of kind of like to get the look of them down and have reference, right? So basically, I have already completed the mood boards for the 3 characters we're going to be designing today. Designing/redesigning, because one of them will be a redesign of a character that I did do before, and I'm going to change it, so yes. But 2 are going to be all new. Just for you guys. Yes, amazing. Anyway, so spoilers for chapter 3, but not too many. There's gonna be a bunch of trans people in chapter 3, and I have already designed a bunch of them, and you, in the first 2 chapters, you're already gonna meet a bunch of them. But there's some more that I'm gonna be designing that have speaking roles that need to have a proper design. So, well, one of them has barely a speaking role, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're existing within the world of our characters, so they should have proper appearances as part of the friend and acquaintance group. Yes. Words. I'm great at words, definitely. Okay, so basically, I got my mood boards. I always make my mood boards by like just going to Google Images and just like typing in stuff until I find whatever I need or whatever I already had in mind. Like, for example, okay, wait, I'm gonna introduce you guys to the names of these characters. So the top one is called Emily. Didn't have a name last time, but has meanwhile been called Emily. This one's called Remy, and this one's called Izzy. So basically, for Remy, for example, because Remy is basically like this professor at like a local uni, is their backstory, and so I wanted this kind of like, and they're a non-binary person. Okay, so Remy's non-binary person, so I wanted kind of like an androgynous academic look for them with like short hair, they're AFAB, and kind of middle-aged. And so basically I googled for their outfits just straight up dark academia and just got a bunch of like the fucking outfit boards from that and was like, yep, this fucking turtlenecks and the big pants and the jacket, that's the vibe we're going for, we're going with that. Okay. And then I was like, okay, what other people are the vibe that I'm looking for, kind of. And so I got some pictures of Kevin from Brooklyn Nine-Nine in there, because he got that professor vibe, because he is one, right? Yeah. And then we got some Ruby Rose for the hair, and some other hair ones as well, and then some more like kind of general, I think I also got those of Dark Academia stuff as an example for my going about that. Then, for example, for Emily, I got some reference of Nat from Corridor Digital, because it is very hard to find trans reference, and my goal for this mood board was to not use any goddamn pictures of my own friends like I have for some of the other ones before and have gotten into trouble for before. So I'm gonna just stay away from that in the future as far as I can. But if I can, I'm still gonna try and find some trans people that have public pictures available of them that I can use as reference. So I got Nat from Corridor Digital, because she got cool hair, and I like her hair, and it's kind of that, like, Ramona Flowers vibe, which is why, oh my god, I have Ramona Flowers hair now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, this is Ramona Flowers purple. Oh no. Oh my god. It wasn't Ramona Flowers purple on the box. It wasn't Ramona Flowers purple on the box, is my defense. Where did I put the box? The one on the box isn't this color. The one on the box is like a different color. Okay, it's not Ramona Flowers purple on the box. It's fine. Anyway, Emily is like a IT trans femme, because it's a stereotype that's true. I know enough of them in real life to know that it is true. So like, coder trans femmes, yes. It's very, very, very a stereotype that's based in truth. Anyway, I like the kind of like shorter hair, and with like some bangs, because that's nice, and program socks, because yes, if we're gonna represent the true stereotypes, we're gonna have to program socks, clearly. I'm sure if you Google that, if you are not familiar with what programmer socks are, I'm sure you can figure it out. It's a very trans femme who do the IT coding stuff, like, thing, so yes. And then we also got a character from Dimension 20 and Hackaman in there, because occupational reference, yes, vibes. And then for Izzy, Izzy is a South Asian person, and so I was like, I'm gonna get some reference for that, and I like Reika from College Humans' like hair, because she got a bit curly hair, and representation of different hair types within different ethnicities that have multiple kinds of hair types. Yes, I mean, I guess everybody has multiple types of hair types, but I feel like, at least with like a lot of Asian ethnicities, there is not that much representation of the ones that have curly hair, even though that is clearly a thing that exists in real life, and it's just because film and TV and stuff just don't cast the people with the curly hair. Oh my god, there's a character in freaking Vincenzo who has curly hair, and I'm so obsessed with her. She's so cool. But I'm getting off topic. Oh my god. Anyway, so might get some curly hair in there. I got some, I googled Hidra's, I don't think that's how you pronounce it, Hijra. I'm none of my language groups help me with that. South Asian, for gender and trans people stuff, yes. Tried to find some reference pictures of those, and they're usually just like crowd pictures of like a whole bunch of people, so I just picked like one that had some people that kind of roughly had the kind of vibe enough that I wanted for her in terms of like, I don't know, I don't want to say bone structure because it's not technically bone structure related, it's just kind of like You know how different faces got different vibes? You know how within any ethnicity and generally any kind of look of a person, there's different like looks within category, and then you have like different vibe. This is a weird, you know how when you're an artist, you sometimes talk about shit in a very like me looking at visual and thinking about visual way, but it sounds so weird when you actually verbalize it, and it's, yes, the vibe I wanted. I tried to find the ones that were closest to that and took out one of the pictures of that. Then I went for fashion, and I kind of wanted her to be a bit alternative, and in like googling outfits and figuring out like the ones I liked, I think she's just gonna be an e-girl. I think she's just gonna be an e-girl, and I'm kind of fucking obsessed with that as a concept. So Izzy's gonna be great. I love Izzy very much. Izzy's amazing and we love her, and she's friends with Tony that was in one of the previous time lapses. So Tony and Izzy, I can show you Tony in a bit anyway, but basically Tony and Izzy, they are housemates, and also they are very good friends and hang out together in the context that we will find them in chapter 3, which I'm not gonna tell you more about because you don't need to know. This is a bunch of trans people that I'm drawing today, so yes. Okay, so basically we're gonna put their names like over here for now, and then we're gonna so this was the one, so this was the original Emily one, which we're gonna get rid of from here for now. Ship, key, boy. Alright, there we go. And we're gonna redesign her with the new hair and stuff, and I might actually get rid of the glasses too, or maybe change the glasses, maybe give her Hackerman glasses. Ooh, maybe we're gonna do Hackerman glasses. We'll see, we'll figure it out. But yeah, so wait, no, that was the first attempt, we don't need that. Okay, first sheet. This one's Tony. Yeah, I forgot that I gave him that on his chin. I haven't started drawing it yet. I'm doing pre-pro at the moment, so I forgot what he looked like. Goodness. And then we can get rid of this whole thing. Emily Flax. Label your layers, kids. Trust me. I have this new tripod that's like a mini tripod, and I have to like reach under it to get to my keyboard partially. So if this shakes, I'm so sorry, but oh well. It is the difference between looking at me from this angle or looking at me from that angle, which not ideal. So there's also the height chart where we're gonna get rid of friggin' Emily, original Emily here as well. Not original Emily, just the first attempt at Emily. Before she even had a name. Goodness. Okay. Here we go, and then we can come back to that later. Alright, for now we're gonna save that and I guess leave it there, that's fine. Alright, I'm probably just gonna like run you guys through the sketch phase because I don't want to film for that long of the camera part. So we're gonna just kind of do like the sketch phase, and then I'm gonna do a time lapse of the rest of stuff later, but the kind of designing part is going to be in the sketch phase anyway, right? So yeah, okay, so let's start. Let's get started. Let's see. Okay, I've never actually filmed myself with face cam while drawing. I've been watching Rafi for years. I watched them religiously every fucking like week. Every time they post. I've been there with the streams from the very beginning, but I've never actually had face cam on myself while drawing and talking. I mean, I've talked while drawing, but like to friends. And I'm very afraid that this will inhibit my performance in the drawing aspect, but we'll see. We'll see. Pray to Porfa, the all-devouring one, that I may manage to do this video. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna start with this is a bad face shape. Okay, so basically we are gonna start with Emily. So we're gonna, because she's the top of my mood board, so that's what we're gonna start with. Okay, What face shape do I want for you, dear? I'm gonna just ignore you guys, and I'm just gonna talk to myself and hope that that helps, so enjoy. I mean, cause that in that angle kind of has like a bit of a square face shape, which is normal and good. But I don't know if I want that face shape, because I had more like a diamond one before, and I don't want to do too much of the before one anyway, because again, we're doing a redesign, but like, you know, I want to kind of see, because I also don't want to just straight up copy that, because it's not like I'm fan casting anyone here, like that's not what these mood boards are about. The mood boards are, what face shape does Hackman have? Hackman got like a long face shape, but kind of square at the bottom. I also, except for Hackman, in general, for the binary people, I tend to only get reference of people of the same gender as themselves. Hackman was an exception because he's iconic. And for the non-binaries, I tend to take reference for both available genders, because generally you don't find non-binary reference for most things. So for example, for Leon, wait, actually I can show you. So this is the current face shape one, which is slightly different from the one that I had in the original video, because there's some additions. So like, we got one of the K-pops, I don't even know which one this is, but one of my friends, I think it was Frankie actually, it was probably Frankie, showed this man to me and was like, that's not a girl, and I was like, how though? How is that not a girl? How is this a cis man? I do not understand. So yeah, I got that guy in there with the beautiful hair, and then I got Singer from Half Alive, because I figured out that he had bleached hair for a while that was long, and it was very good. And I think Ten Alice wasn't here last time. You know, I change these up as I find more moods, I guess. And then we got other shit that I think got some additions, but not as many. But yeah, so it's like, I add to these as I go along as well, just to kind of like, I forget what my original point was. Oh no. Basically, generally all of these are dudes as far as we are aware and is canonical to the ones that are fictional. So I kind of intentionally strayed away from using anyone who has a different identity than him. And then you got people like, ones like for Mel's one, I got a variety of women and men as reference, because androgyne and stuff. Also Allison's got a new edition as well, because we watched Scooby-Doo with the friends, and I was like, yes, that. Yes, that. So basically, back to these, and with Hackerman exception, generally I have attempted to keep everybody with references of the same gender, generally. So yes, that's one of my process for character design when dealing with a lot of trans and androgynous people, because like for the fashion, I will go and like get people of whatever gender the fashion I need is going to be presented upon. Like Leon's fashion is basically just cis women modeling. But like, you know, it's kind of, it's still good for at least the faces and the kind of actual anatomy of people to like try and keep it as close to what they are as possible, and just kind of not misgender them, because even if anatomy might be the same between, like, for example, a cis person and a trans person of the same birth assignment, yes, even if at some point that anatomy might be the same, the person living inside the anatomy is still going to be different, and so what they're going to do with it is going to be different. So I feel like it can still kind of have that nuance to it to an extent that I feel like is relevant, and also just general, you know, I like to gender people correctly, and that way it's like a little bit of a challenge to do your mood boards and like do them in a way that is actually like gonna be correct for stuff. Let's see, what see, I'm stalling because I'm not actually paying attention to what I'm drawing. Okay. Okay, wait, we're gonna go with kind of a square-ish face shape, but not too much, and we're gonna cover like this bit up anyway with kind of like, actually no, we're gonna have you have straight hair, I think. gonna have bangs that are a bit curved up because I already curved Mel's down and I want to have different kinds of bangs for different people. And then we're gonna have kind of like a bit of an up situation, I think might be cute. Yes, like that. I like that. Okay. See that? Alright. Bit of a hunch for sitting at computers all day, because as an animation person I would know that, which is why I have a standing desk. And by standing desk I mean a normal desk with 2 boxes on top that have my laptop on top of it and the camera today as well. Ha! Hello. Life hacks. Eyes. What eyes do we want? Actually, I'm gonna zoom in on some of y'all. What's y'all's eyes doing? What's y'all's eyes doing? I don't even know. Goodness. Ah! Oh no. What did I do? Ah! Photoshop! Okay. No. 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 Alright. Okay. I've gone quiet again. Oh no. I want to like start trying to do streaming at some point this year. Later this year, not yet, but like at some point in the next few months maybe. I want to try and like do streaming occasionally and like I suppose do drawing on stream, but we'll see what exactly it'll end up being, but kind of, you know, having a bit more regular content that isn't too hard in terms of like editing and stuff, because I'm also going to be like starting college next month and I don't know how much time I'm gonna have because my stupid bachelor degree didn't get me a job, so I'm gonna learn electricity and become a lighting tech now. You know, like a normal 24-year-old. But yeah, so I want to kind of have some more, actually like this kind of straight, a bit straight nose. I don't know though, I don't know. Because again, I don't want to just straight up draw a person that exists. I just want to kind of like have a vibe to match, I suppose. And then it's also a thing of like stylization might slightly vary depending on like kind of, because obviously, you know, you need to decide like which features you're gonna, well not which features, but like which bits of features you're actually gonna portray and how you're gonna like stylize different kinds, like different, I don't know, like a different nose shape that's obviously much more complicated in real life, and then you need to like make the decision for like what you're actually gonna do with it in the stylized version, which is always kind of interesting to like tackle stuff and figure out a way. How about that? How about that kind of nose? Also, I'm gonna change the eyes slightly because I think they're a bit too big at the moment. I feel like I've also been kind of, because obviously I'm designing a lot of, obviously today is only trans people, but some of them are actually cis of the other ones that I have done before. But like in terms of kind of doing character design of trans people, like I started doing this like, was it after I finished doing the tutorial, I started on this, and I kind of, I see myself, because I'm used to it, not in the sense of having drawn a lot of trans people before, in terms of character design, because obviously I've never had a project like this before, but like in terms of kind of, I've thought a lot and analyzed a lot about like how to draw trans people, and I've made a whole tutorial about it, and kind of seeing myself like draw this stuff and kind of like figure out that no, I'm using all the things I've been talking about and kind of, you know, implementing them, and that's really interesting. Ooh, I just had an idea. Because we got bangs, and we can just... Okay, wait. Pro character design tip. If you got bangs, you can just do this. And literally nobody can at you. Yeah. I might change this later, but for now, I think I like that vibe. That's very funny. That's so funny. No, let's... Okay, wait. No, we can do better. We can do better. I can do better than this. Okay, wait. Okay, how about we just kind of have the eyes, like, right here? Because, like, for example, one of the things that I like to do with kind of... Because I still, like, because obviously it's very stylized because it's comic, but I still want to make sure that all the characters read as AMAB or AFAB as they would in real life, and if that makes sense. Like, not in the sense of necessarily getting misgendered because of it, but in terms of, like, if you know, you can tell. And it's not this thing that, like, I feel like a lot of anime has the issue with, like, kind of general, like, you know, the kind of stuff where you see stylized androgyny, where it's kind of like this suspension of disbelief almost, where it's like, if you have, like, I don't know, some fucking, like, androgynous anime boy that, like, passes as a girl, and it's just, like, fucking this body shape on supposedly a cis man, and it's like, sweetie, that's not how it works. I know you need to do that to, like, I don't know, trigger whatever fucking weird straight with a little asterisk brain cells you're trying to arouse with this, but, like, that shit don't read as a cis man. I'm so sorry to be the one to tell you. That's not a very, a realistic trans femme rep that you're making there, buddy, you know, because a lot of trans femmes struggle with not looking like that, you know, and kind of have that as trouble, and it's like, kind of, I think it's very important to acknowledge that, and kind of, like, as stupid as it is to have dysphoria and feel dysphoric about shit, but to some extent that is also because of how society, like, sets expectations for certain genders. Like, for example, oh god, okay, how do I talk about this without spoiling a major plot point that's gonna come up in chapter 4? Oh no. Okay, so I was looking up reference for a certain situation with Leon that was character design relevant, where certain things on his original character sheets may turn out to be lies, and I didn't tell you because I lied to you, haha. But basically, I was looking up some reference for that, and that reference involved generally some cis women, or who I assume to be cis women, because the situation in question that I was trying to look up is not a trans femme specific thing, or an AMAB specific thing. And, like, some of them trans women that were in the case that I was looking at, like, I would not have been, from just the body type, I would not be able to tell you that they are cis or trans. Like, I would not be able to tell you, because I know some trans girls that, like, look quite similar to that. And, like, there is a lot more androgyny in cis people than we kind of get told about or get acknowledged in kind of mainstream media, I feel like. And I feel like it can be kind of, like, there is a lot of expectations about kind of, like, how a certain gender is supposed to look, and kind of what their body is supposed to look like, and kind of where the limitations are supposedly at, when in reality there's so much more of a spectrum of, like, what is possible for AMAB and AFAB people, and kind of, like, whether or not they're trans. And it's like, some people are trans and get lucky, quote unquote, in terms of, like, getting one of the more androgynous cases, and then they have an easier time, like, passing as something other than their birth gender, you know? And it's kind of like, it's really interesting to kind of play with that idea, and also acknowledge the people that aren't that quote unquote lucky. Definitely not talking about my own stupid fucking AFAB bone structure. God, anyway. It's getting better though. After top surgery I'll be fine probably. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, it's really interesting kind of... What was my original point? You can see how much incredible progress I've made because I've been talking, so I think it's important to kind of acknowledge the reality of what trans people tend to look like, because acknowledging that and validating it and representing it may be at first, and for some people, a little bit dysphoria inducing, because it's like, am I one of the people that look like that? But it's also a thing of like, kind of, even if you don't like the way you look, seeing yourself represented, or seeing someone who looks like you represented, and even if they're also not feeling great about how they look necessarily, just seeing them do things can be really nice. Because I remember when I was first like getting to a point where I could film videos, like after being on hormones, and could film videos and not hate editing them so very much and fully dissociating while doing so. Like, I remember kind of this feeling of like, I'm just like a person. Like that person on screen, that's just, it knows how to do person things. But that's supposedly me. How do, like, I've never looked at myself. How do I know how to do the things correctly? That's wild, you know? And it was this really weird, like, feeling of kind of, you know, how I existed without realizing, in a way. Which sounds really weird if you don't know what I mean. But, like, it didn't feel like I existed beyond a mind, like, in a physical capacity before I transitioned, because I couldn't look at myself, I couldn't acknowledge my physical being because I was dysphoric about it. And when the dysphoria became less, I could suddenly look upon myself and realize that other people have just been seeing like a relatively functioning human being there, where I couldn't ever look at that. And it's really wild that like our brains can just do that. Not the not seeing yourself part, the just learning how to do a thing without ever having to like look at yourself and still kind of managing, you know? And it's kind of like being able to see yourself, even if it's still kind of dissociated, whether that's like through kind of representation or through like, you know, filming yourself and being like, I don't know who this person is, but like they seem to be a functioning human being. Incredible. You know, it's kind of like, it can be really like nice in a way, even if, you know, dysphoria is still a thing. But it can be nice to like see that you can exist and look like you, and that's a thing. People can just do that, and I think it can be nice to realize that. And even if you can't look at yourself, maybe you can look at some of these characters and see yourself through them, even if you can't see yourself in real life just yet. Oh no, that fucked up the eye. Oh no. Okay, wait. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, there we go. Why do we need to put this eye? I'm not for the life of me gonna flip this right now, because I'm gonna flip it later probably. But right now I just need to like, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. What are we gonna do with the rest of your face? Because I feel like I'm not happy with it yet. A bit more chin. I don't know. Maybe make like a less defined jawline or something, because I was intending for her to be a bit like pudgier, and that's okay. I exclusively draw hot people, meaning any people I draw are automatically hot, and you can't argue with that. That's how I work. Okay, wait, let's attempt to change the posture and see if that does something. Because she can always do that thing that I do, where if I'm standing upright, and then as soon as I sit, I'm like, goodness, oh, that hurt my back just doing that. Oh no, oh no. Ooh, oh, I think we're getting somewhere. Okay. Nope. This. Did I finish my thought earlier about like I put the eyes up for AMAB people because I think that's one of the things that kind of, at least in my stylization, but also kind of like it's one of the things that like traditionally kind of gendered stylization does, like really big low eyes for very kind of an AFAB look, and very kind of high narrow eyes for more of a AMAB look, because basically by doing that, even though technically it's not anatomically correct, but the effect you're trying to get is like whether the face is longer or shorter, because an AFAB face is shorter and an AMAB face is longer generally because of how the bone structure do things. Because like I don't have a chin, so there's not a lot down here. And if you have someone like, I don't know, fucking Henry Cavill that has fucking such a jawline, that's a long face right there, you know? And it's kind of like, it just kind of emphasizes that. So like I find myself with Leon, for example. I'm gonna keep talking about Leon because all I talk about these days is my comic, because I love my comic, and I don't even get to tell you what happens in my comic because y'all don't know yet, and y'all don't get to get spoilers. So there's gonna be trans people in my comic. Did you know this? Did you know there are gonna be trans people in my comic? Insanity, isn't it? But basically with Leon, for example, I find myself quite often like, because in my brain does the shorthand for him as just like pretty, yay, pretty with the long hair, yay. And then kind of like I have to remind myself, no, this is the way his jawline goes, and then I have to move his eyes up a bit because I do want him to read as AMAB, even though everybody like misgenders him. Like it's my favorite fucking joke, and I'm so glad I get to tell you about this because this has already happened, is that he constantly gets misgendered as a girl, because it's like either people straight up don't clock him because he's pretty, and I've kind of made a point of like making him pretty but still readable as AMAB, because basically I want to like, I don't want to do a thing like with I didn't know if you guys know this streamer called Finster, who is literally not an inspiration for any part of this comic. Well, now he's part of the pool, but like in terms of literally an inspiration from the start, he wasn't there. My friend like told me about him because she was like, oh, you're doing a thing about a cross-dresser that I'm not going to reveal more about just yet. Well, here is the #1 femboy of Twitch, seemingly. And that bitch does not pass as cis guy unless he is in boy mode. And in boy mode, it's like, how is boy mode and girl mode the same person? Because I don't understand it. It's one of those people that I look at and I'm like, what do you mean this is a cis man? I do not. What? I, who knows literally so many trans people, look at this and go, that's the AFAB. That's the AFAB. That's one of us. What the fuck are you on about? Like, no. And it's like, I didn't want that. I didn't want for Leon to be someone who like isn't even readable as AMAB. I wanted him to very much still be readable as AMAB, but still be someone who can pass nonetheless, and kind of like still gets misgendered despite that. And it's kind of like just because he is still quite androgynous the way I've designed him. Like he is quite like not very top heavy. You remember the trapezoids? This video is very like, have you watched like a good chunk of my recent content? Because it will be relevant for the test, haha. But basically I was talking about like how gendered anatomy is kind of trapezoid based in terms of body types mostly, at its very kind of root. I'm not gonna do shoulders for this. This is just a bust. It's fine. What do we want to put you in? Should we give you a hoodie? It was like a hoodie jacket. I think we had you in a hoodie jacket before as well. Let's do that. Alright, let's go with that, and then give you a nice choker, because everybody gets chokers here. We love chokers. We might change the specific design later, but for now this is gonna do. And we're gonna do the long thing as well, because I like the thing when you have a long like necklace. I like necklaces where you can have like them wrapped around and then still have a long necklace, and it's a cool look because you got like the little triangle-y like look to it, and like that's what I want to give her. Yes, I think this is a good design. And then we're gonna put her on the thingy later, Emily. We're gonna have here 2 flags. There we go. Okay, wonderful. Now, Emily. Okay, let's move on to the next one then. I forgot what I was talking about. With Leon, kind of, he is quite naturally androgynous, but not in terms of his facial structure necessarily. Like, there is some very dead giveaways that I've kind of built into him. Not just his face structure, I guess I also made him quite tall, but like, he very much can read as AMAB, but then still gets misgendered, because even when people clock him, he's so femme that they're like, ah, yes, a trans woman. And he's just like, no. I mean, good that you're gonna be respectful if you do see a trans woman and not misgender her and like get what she's trying to tell you, but like, exception, you know? And it's just like, it's my favorite joke. It's my favorite joke. It's my favorite joke I've ever written, and I've written a lot of jokes in my lifetime, so yes. Alright, now talking of AFAB faces, let's fucking go. So yeah, we're gonna do Remy next. Remy's French, we love Remy. And I came up with the name Remy, I don't even know how anymore. It just came to me the other week and I was like, yes, you will be Remy. Still need to have a last name, but they're Professor Remy for now. And they are one of the trans people that I can't give you details more about the context because spoilers. You're gonna have to wait a few months to meet these people, but oh well, you know. I'm sure you're very much enjoying my ramblings and getting off topic off of myself, and yeah. I'm very distractible, I feel like, as a person, but then also very focused on like finishing a thought when I can, so it's like when I don't have a script, it's just like, but I was talking about something else, what happened to that? Oh no. Oh no. And then I just panic, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, so basically, wait, let me get some of my Ruby Rose pictures in frame, because I do need to draw the hair first. Okay. Because we're not, obviously, again, not gonna draw exactly Ruby Rose, but, oh, also, wasn't I gonna, okay, wait, let's see what Hackman glasses would look like on you. No, I feel like you wouldn't go for like very square glasses necessarily. Actually, maybe that's a look though. Maybe that's like a cute look. Because if you do like with kind of femme presentation and hair and makeup, I feel like you could still pull that off. You go, Emily. Fucking queen. God. The glasses are a maybe. We're gonna leave them for now, but yeah. Okay. Remy. Okay, Remy's next. Okay. So. Oh wait, we already had a good shape there. Okay, wait. I don't know if we can kind of do much of that, but like, I feel like I love the idea of the vibe of like, you know when anime do that, where it's just kind of like tired eyes a bit, but then they just keep that as the normal eyes. I feel like that's a look. No. We're gonna keep that as the placeholder for now, and then, wait, also you're middle-aged, so you're gonna get some lines. We love lines, yay. I don't draw old people very often, so I'm like not used to it, but I can probably manage. We should go for like a little bit of like a disheveled, like, academic was up for too late. I don't know what their like field of study would be. If we're going for dark academia, it would have to be like something non-STEM, right? Because that's generally kind of... I watched the Rowan Ellis video on it the other way, but yeah, like, I don't know if I want to do literature. Because if they're French, they're not gonna come to England to like do English literature, and I don't know how many people are there for French literature. But then again, like, ooh, the English and French stuff. But then again, I feel like, would a French person be like down to deal with a bunch of British people and teach them French literature in English, presumably, because they fucking wouldn't know French, because I know maybe one British person who knows French and isn't French, like, because everybody else is like, well, I had French in school, and it's like, oui, tu parles français? T'es certain? And they're like, and it's like, no you don't, you fucking don't speak French, buddy. Like, you had like a year of French, and you're like, well, I had French, and it's like, no you didn't. I had 10 years of French, and I'm not even gonna tell anyone that I'm fucking fluent in that, because I'm not. I'm like good enough at it to like get through border control and be like, bonjour, and then the guy's like, did you get vaccinated in French? And I'm like, une fois. Cool, yay. But I'm like, my thing is like, because basically back home in Luxembourg, French is like one of the main languages that actually gets spoken in like businesses and stuff, even if most of the like people who live there are gonna speak Luxembourgish to each other. But like French, because my town is also like right by the French border, so we have a lot of French people, and so like a lot of people will just speak French to you in businesses and stuff, and I'm just there like, because then sometimes if they realize that I'm not good at it, and then they like see my like English number or anything on my like whatever they're looking at, because I was like at the place to get corona tested when I came back and stuff, and like if the lady's like nice enough to be like, do you want to like speak in English kind of thing, and like however broken her English might be, but she's like, you can speak in English, I will understand you, and I'm just like, non, je vais parler le français. No, it's a fucking matter of pride of just like, no, I'm supposed to have the skill and I never get to use it, so out of pure stubbornness I will fucking speak French with you, because yes, that. Ooh, I like the kind of haggard look. I'm just gonna make this person look very, very ill. Oh no, I don't want you to be ill, Remy, honey. Oh. I like the droopy eyes though, so we might keep that vibe. I don't know how I'm gonna do that though. So I don't know if I like this hair coif yet, but we'll figure that out later. This is too low. This is way too low. Okay. Because that's why I feel like my style tends to be a bit higher eyes to begin with. I'm just like, this is just struggle stream. It's not even a stream. It's a struggle process. It's just like, you get to see the real-time or slower version of what you usually see very quickly in the time-lapse of just me redrawing a thing over and over again, because I fucking can't figure out what it... Okay, wait, we're gonna just straight up attempt again. Okay. I want to kind of like have like a pixie-ish face for this person, because it's like, I feel like there's like, again, as there is with AMABs and AFABs, there's kind of some face shapes that you're going to see a lot, and I feel like a lot of AFABs have quite the pixie-ish thing going, and then with like the short hair you kind of get that like vibe of like something out of Strange Magic or something, you know. Also, that's a good movie. You should watch that movie. That's a real good movie, real fun one. Just two people who hate love fall in love, and it's beautiful. And we love that for them. And also there's fairies and stuff. Yay. And musical numbers. Oh, I love Strange Magic. This is going to be half me walking you through my actual process and giving you fun facts about my comic, and part of just me rambling because I don't know what else to talk about and I feel like I need to keep talking. Okay, so Ruby Rose's eyes. Ruby Rose's eyes are kind of like that number as well, and you got kind of like, this person also has very like, you know, kind of very kind of eyes, and I feel like I don't know if I want that kind of sharpness to them necessarily. Like, like that hawkish quality, but I do like kind of drooping them a bit and having them still narrow, because I think the narrowness is what we're going to take away from it and then take Kevin's droopiness or something, you know? Because this person isn't, like, most of these people aren't supposed to be cool TM, they're just supposed to be like normal people that are just kind of hanging out and minding their own business. And again, we can't do spoilers about what the chapter is going to be about. Not that that is actually what the chapter is about. Me wanting to talk about literally everything about my comic, but also not wanting to spoil it for you because yeah. I want to keep you guessing. I want to keep you watching and keep you reading, you know? Okay, let's try something like that, and then maybe fuck with the nose a bit. I don't know. Okay, wait. Let's see. I've got a feeling there's going to be a lot of cleaning up and line work stage, but hey, you know, sometimes it's just like that, and that's okay. Ooh, maybe this is something. No, we'll leave it at that for now, and kind of, you know, go from there in a bit. Okay, let's try this situation. Okay, right. Because Ruby's got like a coif situation going, but I don't know if we want a coif or we want something else. I was thinking just kind of like general short hair, but there's so much. Once you actually get into details, short hair is so many things, and it's like, oh no, you know, just goodness. Okay, let's try a coif. How about that? I don't know if I like the coif. No, it's too edgy. Don't want edgy, we want boring. How about like a little like middle part situation maybe? I don't know. Yes. Subject to change in later, but for right now, I think this is roughly the vibe. Maybe glasses. Do we need glasses? I don't know. If this was not like a present day inspired thing, I would definitely give this person a monocle, but like no, but not. They're not that eccentric. There is 100% a whole subgroup of trans people who would 100% at least go through a phase of rocking a monocle, present company potentially included. But I would need to, is the only issue. The only reason why I don't own a monocle is because I would need to, and I already have glasses, so it's like, don't really need one, you know. But yeah, I don't think this person's steampunk, so I already get to have goth for Mel, so like, you know, I get to have all the swords and stuff I want, and if we want to do steampunk stuff for like a event issue at some point, maybe I'll fuck with that. Like, yeah, for now, none of the characters is steampunk. At least none of the important ones. Potentially some of the, you know, side characters are like getting up to that stuff. But not this one! Not Remy! Remy's very serious. Grown-up of a person who, actually no, they're French, they might be, oh no, my camera, oh no, they're French, they very well might be steampunk just by default, huh? Oh no. I get to make jokes about French people. I grew up 5 minutes away from them, it's fine. I'm basically one of them, it's fine. I like that thing that some like AFAB people have where they kind of have like a neck that do a curve, because it's like it makes an interesting shape, I feel like. And because it's like usually not based in like it's not based in the same kind of shapes that like AMAB necks do, where it's kind of like usually because of a Adam's apple situation that it's gonna like have a curve at the front. But with kind of AFABs that have not been on T, you still have some that have a curved kind of situation. I think that looks really cool. Like this person kind of has it. Not that much. God, you're not a freaking flamingo, goodness. Kind of have that like a little bit and have you a bit hunched maybe. But this person probably is on T already. Because I like, most of these people have like transitioned quite long ago at this point, in terms of started like figured their shit out quite a long time ago. And I know that the people in my life that have been around since about when I have are like all either on hormones for a few years or are getting started, and it's like we're getting there. One day waiting lists will no longer be an issue because everybody will have transitioned. That might take another 10 years until we get there, so we'll see guys, you know. But yeah, this is too much shoulders already. We're gonna not do shoulders because it's just the thing. It's just the oh, maybe we do like I don't know. Ooh, wait, maybe. I don't know yet. Ooh, I kind of dig that. Look. Oh no. Oh, it's kind of cool. Oh no. Okay, alright. Also, if you have been on T for a bit, you might actually have some here somewhere. Yeah, let's do it like this. I like this. Okay. Lovely. Wonderful. Okay. And then we're gonna put you in a nice, like, shirt with sweater situation. And we're gonna have a lovely time. Yes. Good stuff. Wonderful. This looks like your tired teacher, doesn't it? Amazing. That's good enough for my first draft on camera. That's fine. Okay, so, do you have anything else that I would need to have a flag for? Also with like a lot of, some of the characters where it's not really relevant defining something, I'm just not going to include a flag. That doesn't mean that they are not a specific thing, it just means that the thing that they are is not relevant, hence I will not include it. Like, this person is dating another non-binary person, I'm not going to give them a flag for whatever the fuck sexual orientation they might have, because they might very well be one of the people that straight up doesn't have a specific label, or they're just kind of like, well, I got my partner and I don't really care about other people because of that right now, so I don't think it's really relevant. So yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that for now. And later I will flip this and I will realize that there's something severely wrong with this eye, and I will fix it later. But for right now, this is the vibe and we're going with this. And yes, okay, Remy, and then last but not least, Izzy, the one that is actually going to be the most relevant for this whole fucking thing, because she's going to have the most of a talking role out of these three. Not that the others are not going to be relevant, they are also going to be relevant roles in the chapter in question, but they will have less words to say, so yes. Because again, Izzy's friends with Tony, and Tony's also going to be relevant, and those two together are going to be relevant, and I'm not going to spoil you beyond that, but it's also the chapter where we meet all of these people, so, you know, yeah. I guess they would technically probably have been in a room in the first chapter, but we don't see them, per se, in the first chapter, so... Anyway, okay, let's fucking go. Let's try and figure out a face for Dear Izzy with our 3 reference pictures for faces that I may or may not adhere to different levels of closeness. Kind of like a nice, like, this shape, regardless of which one of these we're looking at. So I think that's the vibe we want for her. Okay. Cheek, maybe? Maybe cheek. Ooh, maybe cheek. See, because this is like truly the part where I'm like deciding how I want a person to look in this stage. So it's like the rest is just going to be me like fixing my mistakes and actually executing on the idea. But as far as like the actual character design part goes, this is all you need to see, really. Then you'll get to see the nice clean time lapse at the end. It'll be fine. I hope this video will not fucking take forever, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how I go. Okay, let's see. Also, because Izzy's been on hormones for a while, so she would also have like a nice rounded face shape from that. So we can actually play with that a bit. Because it's like kind of the face fill out with fat tissue a little bit when you're on E, and then get rid of that when you're on T. So kind of haggard look for being on T is, well, not necessarily haggard, but like less puffy. Less puffy, you know? Yeah. Oh my god, this is fully irrelevant to this video, but it's a thing that I can talk about in trans context, so, because it's fun, and I don't know what my next video is going to be, so I don't know if I'll get to talk about it in my next video, so we're going to just put in this one where I'm rambling anyway. Anyway, I've been doing voice training, because I've had it with the GSE, and I'm still like gonna have some more group sessions. But basically I think I'm getting kind of good, because basically like most people just do like one direction, just one direction of whether they want to like masculinize or feminize their voice, right? Based on like generally the AFABs, trans mascs generally want to masculinize it, the trans femmes generally want to feminize it. I'm that one bitch, that seemingly the first one bitch, who was like, can I do both, please? Like, oh my god, I don't even know if I'm allowed to, I guess nobody's told me not to talk about it, but like, I don't know if it's insensitive to talk about it, because I've not actually received the decision yet, but like, basically, they have like voice groups after you get your individual sessions, and I've had my individual sessions already. And so like they send me an email being like, hi, so you signed up to like get notified when we have the group sessions, so Trans Masc group is gonna be soon this summer, would you like to sign up for that still? And I'm like, yes, but also like, if it's just for the masculinizing part, can I also go to trans femme group, I guess, even though I'm not trans femme, please, because I do want to train it both ways, because it's like voice still drop, and I need to like retrain it to be able to use it in a like feminized way. So like they were like, we'll have to look into that, we'll see what we can do, kind of thing. And they basically ended up giving me like a assessment appointment to like, you know, see what I've learned so far, and kind of I can talk while drawing, just the drawing is going to be nothing because my concentration's not on there. But basically, they were like, we're going to give you an assessment thing to see, like, how far, like, what you've learned so far in your individual sessions, because I did get taught, like, kind of less of, like, exercise, or, like, I guess, exercise for both, but, like, the differences between what a feminine voice and what a traditionally feminine and traditionally masculine voice, because they always have to phrase it, like, traditionally feminine, traditionally masculine, because they don't want to misgender anyone, obviously, or, like, make them feel bad if they can't reach a certain voice, but it's, like, it just feels so funny, because then I watched fucking Finster, the streamer, trying to learn girl voice, and like, just with his like buddies that like also like are AMABs that do girl voice, and like, they were straight up talking about like girl voice and boy voice and stuff, and I was like, see, easier, much like less sensitive, but easier, you know, and I personally am okay with that. I get other people might not be, so fair enough on the GSE, but anyway, so basically, because the thing is, right, as much as you can criticize the GIC, the GIC is Gender Identity Clinic here in the UK, by the way, from the NHS one, like, as much as you can criticize them for, like, waiting lists and gatekeeping bullshit and discrimination and whatever else bullshit they do, they are fully down with your bullshit and stuff like voice training. It turns out, because I was legit like, I have a voice that I like now, just from the pitch drop and kind of getting to control it a bit, to stabilize it a bit from my individual sessions. Like, I'm good with my speaking voice. I just want to learn the other two voices for shits and giggles, basically, because I'm a YouTuber, and also, I guess secondarily, because I'm non-binary and it can potentially be useful to pass as binary sometimes, but also, like, I still pass as binary even if I talk like this, because people are still like, oh yes ma'am, and I'm just like, cool, that's cool. Like, there is no option for you to not misgender me, really, but like, hey, you know, if you look at this and hear this and you will go, yes, a cis woman, then hey, man, that makes me safer in life, probably. So, you know, we're gonna go with that. I don't have to worry about, like, getting kicked out of bathrooms and stuff. But basically, I was basically straight up like, I just want to learn this for shits and giggles, and like, they gave me an assessment appointment that they didn't have to give me, and like, the lady was really nice at that one, and she like taught me a bunch of stuff about kind of feminizing voice specifically, because obviously I was going to go to transmasc group anyway, and she basically told me like, they would really like to have me at transfem group, just because that would mean that they can actually define it as for feminizing voice rather than for the trans femme specifically. So it's more about goals rather than your birth assignment, which obviously makes sense, right? And kind of, it would be unprecedented to have a trans mask at trans femme group. And it's my favorite, like, phrasing that she, just like, it would be unprecedented. I would be a freaking pioneer, pioneering the way for integration of voice groups. I would get to be the token trans mask at trans femme group. I would be so excited and so honored. And they would basically like, they would like to have me there, but they do need to like see if everybody in the group will be okay with it. And like, all of my trans femme friends that I've told about this, they're like, yeah, we would be fine, but they're not gonna be the specific ones at that group, so I don't know. And I was like, you know, fair enough, like, just ask the people, and if they're cool with me being there, then nice, and if not, then I'm perfectly fine with that. And they have offered that if I can't join the group, that I will just get individual sessions. So either way, I get to learn girl voice again. But yeah, basically, love that for me, that I get to be enabled in my shenanigans by the GIC. But yeah, also I feel like if anyone's gonna be uncomfortable with me being there, they probably imagine some fucking, like, I don't know, butch-ass trans guy who's just there for shits and giggles, not some fucking, like, purple trickster nonsense like me, you know? So yeah, I think I won't be very threatening. Also, the voice trainers are, as far as I know, at least almost all cis, and there's cis men and cis women in that group, and they were a transmasc group, so I assume they're also all a trans femme group. So if there is cis women there, then I don't think I'm gonna be the odd one out. I mean, I'm still gonna be the odd one out, but like, I don't think I'm gonna be someone to be uncomfortable about, you know? I think if it was about being AFAB and potentially having an easier time with girl voice stuff, like, cis women probably are gonna have an easier time than me as well, so like, I don't think that that's gonna kind of, you know, if those people are gonna be there anyway, then I think I should be fine being there too. But yeah, we'll see. I will, I don't know, probably post about it if I do get to be at trans femme group, but we'll see. I have still not made progress with this, holy shit. Okay, we've got beautiful lines now, which we don't need for a sketch. Let's actually focus on drawing Izzy now. I want a longer face for you. Okay, wait. Actually, no, that did not solve my problem. Okay, and this bit I want to be longer. Because, like, I like this shape, kind of. Not as extreme as hers, but, like, as theirs. I don't know their gender, but, like, yeah, I kind of like that vibe. I like, and maybe have the chin a bit more forward. Like a nice strong jaw, but like a dainty strong jaw. I like jaw. English is bad. English is stupid. Languages. Right, let's see. Okay, that's a good face shape. Let's go with that. Lovely. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna give her some fucking earrings for now. Hopefully. Yes, we love that. Okay. Wait, do e-girls wear earrings? Wait, I need to do e-girl research over here with my reference pictures. Do y'all wear earrings? If so, do you wear hoop earrings? I don't see any hoop earrings. Okay, you're not getting hoop earrings. I'm so sorry, dear. You're not allowed. The e-girl said no. You're not allowed to be one of them if you're wearing hoop earrings, I guess. So, this is why reference is important, kids. Because you need to be able to check and see if the thing is the case. Yes. Oh wait, let's do like the almond shaped eyes, because I like that shape. That's a good shape. Although I need if I give her curly hair and almond shaped eyes, I need to make sure she looks different from Sasha, because Sasha also has those. Gone quiet again. Oh no. I was gonna do my voices, but I'm gonna take a break from that thought and actually try and do character design like I came here to. I don't know. Okay, wait. Let's actually look at what Sasha looked like and then not do that. Not do that, because that is already taken as a look. And also technically a fully different ethnicity. Because Sasha's like... I haven't decided specifically what Sasha's deal is in terms of like her family history in that regard. But generally at least some bit of it is supposed to be like Near Eastern, kind of Arab or something. I haven't decided like what countries her family members were originally from, stuff like that. She's British. She's like some kind of multiracial and some kind of just been like, her family's been in Britain long enough for her to just kind of and from enough places that it's just kind of like too much for me to draw little flags, and I'd have to pick a bunch of countries. So like, if anyone identifies visually with Sasha, just project your own thing onto her. You are welcome to. There is no canon explanation. Your head canon can be your canon. You're valid. Yay. Okay. Eyes. How do we do eyes? We'll maybe do like the little... I like droopy eyes. Droopy eyes are fun. And also both this person and Rega kind of got droopy eyes, which is fun. How about that kind of... No. Make it wider and a bit higher. Because again, high eyes tend to help emphasize long face, which helps readers aim up. There's obviously other ways, but I'm lazy, so this is a really neat shortcut to just do the thing with the eyes and have an easier time making people readable. Okay, how about this general kind of shape, and then... Nope. How about this? And then maybe we can give her some lashes or something later, and it'll look nice. And nice eyebrows. I will make the lines nicer later, but yeah, for now, just shapes and stuff that need to be correct. One of the reasons I put the camera on this side is so I can do Control-C over here. Again, can't do the same nose as this. That's not the right one. This is the right one. Because I gave Sasha quite the, like, a bit of a hooked nose and a bit of a wide nose. And I need to find a different way of doing that if I wanna give her one too. Oh no. Obviously also just like potentially a bigger one, but like we'll see. Because that's like the main kind of besides like nuances of different ethnicities that I can play with between these two characters to make them look different, but like the main difference is also that they are different assigned birth genders, so I can hopefully cut it with that. So yes. I like these eye shapes. These are good eye shapes. Because these are both like kind of ethnicities that I've not got much experience drawing. I've tried. I've got a bunch of like reference that I have tried with, but it's still a thing of like I have not drawn that many characters who belong to either of these, so these will be some to practice with, I guess. But that means that I still need to kind of figure out my style's way of drawing this recognizably enough, at least. Because that's the thing, is like I like drawing stuff in a way that it's recognizable when it's supposed to be representation, because that's another thing, not just with the gender part, but also with part of the ethnicity part, where it's like I feel like a lot of kind of stylizations just kind of gloss over some of that and make it in a way where like people are going to be more likely to just project their own thing onto a character, even if the person drawing it might have had something else in mind. Like I remember in certain like cartoons I watched as a kid, like that at some point some character would be like revealed to be like, I don't know, East Asian or something, and I would be like, what? I never knew. Like you telling me this person that like was just like recognizable, but I guess like having black hair was supposed to be East Asian this whole time and you didn't tell me, because you just draw circles for eyes for everybody and don't like differentiate kind of stuff that would be recognizable, or like you don't draw eyelids or whatever. I've also made sure to like include eyelids, at least in the designs for I might still leave them out in some panels because eyelids are stupid to draw, because I have a bunch of like characters with different like eyelid types. I want to kind of make sure that all the ones that have like double eyelids are actually readable as such, and then there is a difference between the ones who do have double eyelids and the ones who have like monolids, or have like the, oh, I forgot what it's called, the one where it's like technically there's a fold but it's very low, because I gave that to Apollo if I remember correctly, so we'll see. But yeah, I always like drawing stuff in a way that is gonna be readable, because I think there is not that much point to representation if you're not actually gonna do the thing properly. Because if it's just gonna rely on projecting yourself onto people, then you can just draw any character and people can, like, you know, project as much as they can onto that, and then like you didn't do the work. So I feel like I can do the work, and so I'm gonna, because I have actually put time and effort into learning how to draw different people and draw them in a way where to me they are readable. And even if they look different from me, I don't get to just project myself onto that. I get to look at them and see them for them and not see them for me, if that makes sense. I don't know. Do I like that nose? I don't know if I like that nose. I feel like I have like two types of noses in this comic. One is this and one is this, and it's just like that's about it. Oh goodness. Oh, and then one is this as well. Like this, and this is the three types of noses in my comic, seemingly. And various iterations thereof, obviously, but yeah. Shapes, stylization, yes. I think it might also just be that my brain is like, you're drawing too many of these noses, because it's like all of these have kind of a similar, like, straight or rounded nose back, and then having the front bit. It's fine. give you a different, like, kind of chin. Different, like, chin shape. I feel like now I'm just, like, getting too quiet. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! No, I fucked up the nose. Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? Okay, wait. Maybe up. Maybe up. Maybe that's... But again, I can't get too close to what I've done for Sasha, because y'all know one picture of Sasha. I have drawn more than one picture of Sasha at this point. So I know that how I've handled her nose in different angles and what I have done with it. So I'm like, must do different from that. I think this'll be fine. This'll be fine. This'll read different enough, I think. And then I can just like make her hair a bit like much more different. No. How would we... With a nose that is turned downwards, how would we handle potential for nose hole visibility? No. Ooh, what if... Okay, wait. What if we do it similarly to another character that I have, that y'all have seen one picture of, that I have drawn more pictures of at this point? Because for him, I kind of did like a dot shape and then up here, nose hole. Maybe we could do that for her as well. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I feel like I'm steering dangerously close to Sasha territory again, and I'm like, no, can't do that. What do some of y'all's noses do? They all kind of like just did the pointed down situation, but like, I don't know how to best get that across in the style is the issue. They all kind of like this kind of angle. Oh, that's getting somewhere, I think. I like that one, I think. We can have two lovely women with pointed downwards noses, and they don't have to look the same. Wow, my English just decided to not work there, huh? Goodness. Am I just like hoarse today? Goodness. No, I don't need that side. Okay, wait. I fucked it up again. What did I do? Oh no, what did I do? It was fine a second ago. What did I change that made it not the thing anymore? How about that? You know what? I'm gonna give up now and we're gonna fix it in lines if we need to. It's fine. Okay. Leaves. Okay. Because I feel like if we are going for the kind of e-girl look later, I don't know what I'm gonna do with her lips yet, so I'm gonna kind of just put the shape in a bit less like thick so that I can potentially like fuck with lipstick options later. I mean, I'm gonna redo the lines anyway, but to kind of... Wait. What lip shape did I do for you? I'm gonna do a different lip shape. How about we do your like upper lip wider and then the lower lip a bit more concise, I guess? I don't know. Because I feel like there's like a very distinct shape that like the lower eyelid does on this person, but I don't know how to like, if there is a way for me to do that without making her look old in my style, because it's like whenever I do lines like these, it looks either very tired or a bit old or a bit of both, and this person is supposed to be like in her early 20s, and I'm like, how do I, because I have done like a under eyeline thing for Diego, so it's not like it's impossible, but I'm like kind of just thinking like how do I just darken it maybe? Because I think that's part of like learning how to draw different people, is how to draw them in your style, because obviously like you can just kind of draw like live draw from reference and kind of call it a day. But the true challenge is going to be kind of like, if you have a certain style, how to integrate something into your style that is still both your style and also actually looks like what you're trying to depict, if that makes sense. So it's like that kind of like drawing a balance almost, I guess, between like making sure that you can differentiate like what actually not makes you style, because people always want to find their style or whatever. Your style is just whatever your drawings look like whatever your special sauce that is in there anyway that's your style. You don't need to find it, it's just there. That's the bit that you can't get rid of, is your style, right? So it's about like figuring out how you can draw something in a way that is authentic to yourself but still replicate the thing that you see in nature, if that makes sense. Because again, there's a lot of like styles that are just kind of like takes a thing and makes it as generic looking as possible, as same face looking as possible, or like reduces facial features to a point where they are not distinguishable from other facial features. So you wouldn't be able to look at something and like tell what the real life equivalent of it would be, if that makes sense. Like, oh my god, because certain anime has this issue, because I watch a lot of anime, and that's like, in terms of drawn faces, is probably a big, like one of the biggest repertoires to kind of rely on when you watch a lot of it. But kind of a lot of what, like a lot of anime have kind of an issue of like, draw same face, like, you know, gives it a different color palette and calls it a day kind of thing. And kind of like, if even that much, like color palette can mean a lot of things. But like there's a lot of kind of like, not necessarily quite same face syndrome, because they usually do have different faces, but they are quite like, you don't look at them and go, I know what that person would look like in live action. Like I know what kind of person you need to look for that. And then there's shows like freaking Haikyuu, where like some shots of like Kageyama specifically, actually, I'm thinking of, there's certain shots where like the way he's drawn, I can tell the kind of face that he would have in real, like I can tell the type of the person's face look that they tried to do for him, even though it is very stylized. And it's like, that's one of the things where I'm just like, that's fucking good character design, that's just good art right there, hell yeah. And it's very fun. I like this face. This is a good face. I might fix it later a bit more, but yes. But yeah, it's about figuring out how to do the thing in your style. I might give her a side part, because these people have side parts and I like that look on them. So we're gonna give you a little bit of a side part maybe. Wait, actually, let's get our e-girl reference now, because we do still want to go for this style, so we're gonna still... I like this kind of vibe, but curlier, maybe. Maybe curlier, a little bit. Not as curly as Sasha, maybe, but like... but also not too, like... not too kind of phoned in, because I do want her to have a bit of chaos energy. Because the way I've written her has a bit of chaos energy, and I love her very much. Oh, I love Izzy. Izzy's great, and I need to do her justice because I love her character very much that I've come up with. I want it to be like a little play. You know what it is? It's because I did long face, and that reads as older, kind of. How do we youngify you? How do we youngify you a little bit? How about that? Do we like that? I like that. I think that's good. Make this a bit rounder. Maybe make brow a bit more, because I don't want her to read as like older cis woman. I want her to read as young trans woman. And we need to figure out how to do that. Oh, maybe also just like having this bit hidden, because I feel like that's a thing of like just kind of having hair over that. Or maybe have the hair back in some way. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, wait. Hair. Sometimes the hair comes like really easy, and sometimes the hair is just like, what do I do with you? Oh god. Okay, let's see. What kind of hair is y'all's got? Okay, this person had bangs, I remember that. This person has a beanie on, so I don't know what her fucking hair do in that department. This person just has it way too, like, cleanly. What if I give her short hair? Because I gave Sasha quite long hair. So Sasha has like the big poofy hair. What if... I can't give all my trans femmes freaking short hair. I can't. I've already given 2 of them short hair. Thinks about what other trans femmes I have. Did I give anyone else short hair? I don't think so, but I think I want to give her long hair. Then the question is, what kind of long hair? Okay, let's go with this for now. Like that, kind of. And then have it like cascading down potentially. I don't know. How about this? Ooh, this is kind of cute. We love this. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. And then potentially put a beanie on top for now, because beanie times. We love beanies. Beanies are good. Beanies are good. Okay, because then it... Oh god, how does a beanie sit on a head? Oh no. This is why I don't draw hats. Because hats are hard to draw. If you saw my Diego when I drew a beanie on him and then decided, no, actually I'm not going to do a beanie after all, and then I gave him a cap instead, and it looked better. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be a good Izzy. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. We're getting there. Ooh, yes, I'm enjoying this. Yes, this is good. Okay, we've got it. Okay. Right amount of curliness that I wanted, which is kind of, I guess, more wavy than curly in her case here, but, you know, slight curliness. In this style it looks more wavy, I guess, but it's, I'd say it's like low end of curliness scale. I don't know the numbers and stuff. I know I'm like the little bit of wavy that you get, like the tiniest bit of wavy that you get, and that's why the volume happens. Ah, this is a really good drawing. I like this drawing. Oh, I'm so proud of this drawing now. Oh no, goodness. Okay, so we're gonna give you one of the like outfits here. Which one though? Which one do we want? See, when I'm gonna be streaming one day, I can be like, which one do we want? And then chat can tell me which one they want. So you won't be able to tell me what y'all want me to draw. Haha. let's just do this one because I'm fucking obsessed with that one. Okay. God, I love her. I love her so much. Look at her. She's beautiful. Oh. Not me simping over my character. Shut up. Yes. Yes, this is good. This is good stuff. This is very good stuff. Yes. Yes. She's sapphic, but what kind of sapphic? Have I decided upon that yet? You know what? Y'all can find out in the speech. Okay, so I think this is it for today. This is our 3 characters we've designed, and I hope that this gave you insight into the mess that is my brain and my drawing process. So yes, busy. Okay. I'm gonna do the height chart and the lines and stuff later, and y'all don't need to have my commentary for that. So, and enjoy that now, and I will see you guys soon for probably less drawing related content, but no promises. So, go read my comic. Links in the description. Cheers.